see a couple of other invites to send out here. All right, there we are. And there. Okay, well, let's see if anybody shows up. In the meantime, let's see, that up here. Yes, things are happening on the D-Trans, the justice front on that. Federal Trade Commission is now going to investigate all these clinics and therapy and stuff for fraud, for selling a thing that has no basis in science and trying to and promising these pie in the sky cures. That no, that doesn't work. Like they say, oh, this is medicine. No, it's not. It's the modern equivalent of snake oil salesman, And God knows how many lives have been destroyed in the process. The number they've practically admitted now. It's like the D transistors are not getting very quickly becoming the majority. So it's like, yeah, you're all full of it, guys. All right, so let's get into the actual purpose of tonight's thing is to actually get a game going. Yeah, I suppose I could call, Saturday be my birthday show. I mean, don't think it's true, no matter what day it was. But yeah, Saturday is my birthday. Another trip around the sun. Another year older. Tear on the old carcass. Oh, I have an idea. Using some of the jungle gym bars outside to just get positioned right, so I can just get my head with it and just sort of lower down to hopefully pop loose the compressed, vertebrae, and that might finally be able to walk straight and run for the first time in 10 fucking years. Okay. And we're in a critical period here, folks. Click that stroke down below for like, share, subscribe. Click on the links in the description to help support this channel. PayPal is the best because, quite frankly, we're still in the ditch of trying to make the rent on a regular basis. So we're close. But we could use a little help getting over that thing with the minimum amount of wailing, gnashing of teeth, and screaming against what they're doing us in the front office. Here. Oh, this thing's just button up here. There. Okay. Let's see, still booting up here. Just a reminder, Superman the movie is out on 4K. Let's see. What's this? Okay. Yes. Good grief. All right. Whoop. Here we go. It's gonna be one of those nights. Oh, buddy. Okay. As it stands right now, my AdSense is literally sitting at $99 and some change, which is less than $1 short of paying out for this month. So unless something gets slid in there before the 21st, it's like, in which case, yeah, links down below. Especially, PayPal would be the best right there. I got the feeling that the super chats and things of that nature in time. So we really need to get this thing going a little bit. And again, like, share it around, because if you can't give, somebody will. Somebody can. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this. Free up a little memory here, but throw this into watch later. Free that up. I think I can probably shut down X for a while. Okay. So this thing craps out again. I think I will dodge it briefly into a bit of a Star Trek rant, because I got 3 articles I was going to save for the next time we can get Rosetta in here. We can do a little discussion about it, but I can go through it just to get it on the record, and probably track them down again when I get Rosetta in here. But I mean, something I saw at Walmart today. A Hot Wheels carrying case shaped like a wheel. I had one of these when I was a little kid, like 6 or so, and they dragged this thing out. I was like, oh, I might have to get one of these, because then I got a bunch of these little guys here, mostly various colors of DB5. But it's like, okay, time to get one of these suckers. Like literally, it was like late 60s. And this came out. It's like, yeah, I had one of those. And it's the same decal on it. Yeah, open it up. Yep, that's it. Like it's shaped like a tire. You open it up and there's little slots in there. You keep all your Hot Wheels cards. At least a decent number of them. I mean, some people have like hundreds. This is just something to carry around. The idea being you have a collection of Hot Wheels cars that you take to your friend's house and you race them. On either put them on an incline, and see which one go, or put them on the Hot Wheels track with the thing. I'm wondering, do kids really play with Hot Wheels cars anymore? Or is it all being a bunch of old farts like me going and raiding the stores? This one's worth $25 on eBay. It's like, yeah, I don't have this because of the supposed collector. I have it because I like the DB5. Okay. I would like to one day find a silver one, but it's like I said, I got a kind of a charcoal gray one. I got a red one. There's probably a couple more floating around here. I got a couple of DB9s or Advantages. With the same in that case. All right, so level up one more time, and we'll be able to get into this. See how close we are. Okay, so total of 3 more times that will wrap up that battle pass. And this unlocks tomorrow. And I don't know, past experience, I think it's usually quest driven to unlock the next ones, but they're also generally not very complicated quests. So. All right, let's figure out what quest was going on here. Headshots, SMG shotguns. Well, let's see. And then headshot him with an SMG or a shotgun 5 times. I'll take care of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the shop here because I'm going to a couple more than you. Yeah, there we go. Today's best sellers here. Okay, that's new. Let's see. Let's get to it. This is a case of James Gunn. This is kind of a really deep dive. Like Marianas Trench deep dive. Okay, or going to visit the Titanic type of thing. It's like, this is a very obscure character. There's a lot of people saying, who? Who the hell is this guy? Engineer, I think this was strictly for the movie. I don't know if this character existed before that. What's this? Okay, I think I gotta get that. I'll figure out where to put it in that. Now let's see what else we got here. And of course, back to Shark Week. I remember back when before Discovery, it was still A&E. And they started doing Shark Week. And in fact, my roommate, his nickname for the A&E channel was the Sharks and Nazis channel, because that's all it was. It was either Shark Week or documentaries about World War II. I'm not sure what A&E does anymore. In Discovery, everything is to get an identity. Well, what do we got going up here? Huh. I do like the mixture when they get, some classic rock stuff in, and then you got who the hell are these guys? You know, so covers all points. Okay, we got the Kuntosh. The only problem is it's just a skin for the Whiplash. Oh, if only you guys were, for those of you who weren't around when they had the Ferrari show up, and it would, it wasn't just the thing. It would do over 100 miles an hour without having to kick in the boost. You almost want to hear the music. Dating myself horribly here. The Ed Sullivan Show where the guy's spinning the play. Okay, who is this clown? Well, there was another one. Oh yeah, the sandcastle one. Yeah. Go with that. Well, I didn't mean to equip it. Hold on. I have to fix something here. What did I do? I think I am going to replace that one with the new one. Yeah, and I think the sandcastle thing works a little bit for me. Okay. Alrighty, now who all is here? Let's look at these guys. Yeah, we'll just go with what I got here. Yep, there's a daily planet. Flying high above a grateful metropolis. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm hearing, it is, it's a mess, but it's an enjoyable mess. Okay, I still say they messed up the suit and they miscast Crypto. Okay, if they just put him that in the Chris Reeve super suit and James Gunn not basically casting his own dog, a self-insert for his own crazy terrier dog. Crypto was never a big, huge, crazy terrier acting like a dopey doggy. Really more of a lab. And also super intelligent. Okay, he's a Kryptonian dog. That's why he has the powers. But he was just as very, very intelligent. He had vocal cords, beyond. beyond dog, you could actually, if he had the ability to speak, he'd, be a running commentary. Like there's, really kind of a touching thing when Alan Moore's story, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, the last old pre-crisis Superman story. We're talking about his last time, the big battle at the Fortress of Solitude. And Crypto is, I think, dealing with some Crypto, and maybe Zod and a few others that bust loose. They're coming to the Phantom Zone, and they're coming after it. And Crypto goes to the vault where he's kept all the kryptonite. And I think it's actually the gold. And Crypto knows, if I do this, I'll lose my powers, but I got to save Master. And he managed to grab the kryptonite. It's like, yeah, Crypto defeats Zod and the other Kryptonian villains, but he's a regular dog from that point on. And that's kind of what, after he is forced to essentially kill Mixus Picklick, thing. And the story's like 40 years old, so I'm not really spoiling anything. Oh, darn it. Yeah, let's get. Oh, okay. Can I get the gun now? Thank you. What's happened to Crypto, because of gives him the sense of, look, now I know what I got to do, because his little code against killing. It's like nobody's allowed to kill. No man, especially not Superman. And so he walks off into the Arctic. So this is Lois telling the story. Where are you, little bugger? Not how Superman just kind of wandered off into the thing. No one. Meanwhile, a very thinly disguised, current husband, Jordan Elliott. Oh, hey, how you doing? He runs a garage nearby, Just a regular good old boy. Yeah, you want to stay for dinner? Have not, And the money was also, Lois is, get in there. Lois, while this whole thing is going on, is, having to deal with the baby, who, if you have been following the books for a long time, looks very familiar. And after the reporter leaves and he's gotten his story, they start discussing, what's for dinner tonight? Pizza? Meanwhile, she's put the baby down. He's reached into, the thing with some charcoal, and next thing I know, he squeezed one into a diamond. It's like, oh, really? And a little wink at the reader. It's like, yeah, we know who you are. Big Blue Boy Scout's gone into retirement. He's running a garage and having the time of his life. All right, come on. All right. All right, we can get rid of it. Come on here. Come on, you. Gotta be that way about, huh? Maybe that does this. Okay. Still working out the kinks here, getting it to stop locking up. The kind of thing when it does this, you suddenly find it just walked off the side of a cliff without even knowing it. Oh, you weasel. We've got the headshots on, right? God damn it, come on. Son of a bitch. Not now, damn it. God. And I know why it does it, because during these situations when the most calculations, but God, can you not count better than this? Where the hell is this guy? Got you, dickhead. You're getting very annoying. Ooh. Shotgun. Jeez, not now. God. That's working. Yeah, I just read, one little drawback of that glider that they're giving Superman this time around. That makes him a huge freaking target. I mean, this one is just him. There's not a big signature, target signature there, but got a great big gigantic globe. It's like, yeah, that's going to be a little easy to hit. I don't know if it'll be pay to lose, but it's like, What was that back here? I already got that one. I'm not that concerned about Come on, get in there. Yeah. Forgot about the cave, didn't you guys? Yeah. So we're gonna sit down here for a bit. And plot a little bit here. Where are we? Right up here. There's a chest down there to open. Okay. Somewhere right around here. Actually, right up here. Ah, come on. There you are. Damn it. It's like, oh, the rockets I need. Okay, actually, it's that marker on the map. There's another one over here. Bitch! Oh, fucker. Come on now. Oh, you cunt. Damn it. Fucker. Now I need to find a big shield pot. Everyone's fucking gunning for me now. Don't. Come on. Motherfucker. Oh, come on. Damn it. Come on. Just in time. This could be a little intense coming down the wire here. Especially when it keeps locking up like this. Okay, we're going to the Badlands. Okay, this close, the sniper rifle makes no sense. We're gonna need more weapon escape here. Stop scrolling down. I'm trying to evade something. Super surfing. Okay, 1v1. Yeah, he's got the medallion. Unless you drop them today. Or whoever had them today could drop them. God. If you got issues either with your gameplay or your system or both, use the storm to your advantage. Because when it gets to this intensity, it'll take anybody down. You can't plug down enough med kits to survive the storm at this point. It is a killer. Got her. Okay. Let's go and take it back to the lobby. See, I do win once in a while. I think that was my first one, wasn't it? I'll just say it was. Pretty sure I did level up. Yep, there we go. So I got her, and that brings it up to. There's this guy, and then her, and be done with the main parts of the battle pass. That he opens up tomorrow. We're doing this. Okay, just missing one. This is me purchasing item for a character. All right. So where are we at? I'm guessing the shield potions count. All right. I'll work on that one. Okay. Expertise. only got one. Okay. All right. Look at that again. Oh, I still got to do some explosives. Okay. And I still got to deal with this one. So. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump on in there. Oh dear. Our Inquisitor disposed. They now got 8 kittens. Oh, okay. Of course. Typical. Yeah, no shit. Let's right again. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. All right. All right. Let's see if we can figure out where we're going to go here. Let's get off the beaten path here. You can just drop somewhere along the path of them. It's gonna be a bloody sweat lodge. So no, pick something way off the side. I mean, clearly, there's people here, but not as many. Just because I don't want to lay around. What else I got? I don't think I've been in here. Where is it going? Okay. Need to find some shields. More than just one barrel, too. Ooh, hi there. All right. And I was just in here because that's where I dropped that thing. Okay. All right. There's some kind of zip line. To the rest of the joint. Oh, there we go. I have a tune this out somewhere. Okay. Don't think I'll be hitting the entire place. Just need some shields. Get a couple of drums. Two barrels and I'm out here. Yeah, not quite to be yet. Clean this one out. Oh, jeez. Okay, on the bright side, I'm inside the circle. Okay. Okay, it's one. It's something. Okay. Hmm. And someone's coming in. Whoa, you mother puss bucket. God damn it. Bastard. I'm gonna put the cape on Iron Man. Alright. For some reason, I got Sarah McLachlan. I will remember you going through. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Well, it's... Oh, fuck. That was not what I wanted. Pick up the damn bottle and drink it, twerp. Okay, we got a bit of a debris field here. Someone ran afoul of somebody. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah. Up you. Now I will hold on to the bullets actually. Okay, not quite enough to open that. Oop. Yeah, I don't like those things. I like the experience points. I got time. Run! Twerp. Stop doing that. God. Come on. Okay. Okay. Oh, jeez. Motherfucker, come on. Bitch. Asshole. Fuckwad. Bitch. Ugh. See what we got here. All right. Okay, clearly I did not level up enough, so I'm going to do it again. Yeah, I got all 3. All right, let's just grind out a little more here. Again, direct you to one of the links below in the description. I want to make sure I can continue to do these streams from here and not to the public library. At this point, we don't even have a car to live in at this point. Now, no, it's not that dire, but it's not far from it. We do need some assistance to getting things taken care of here. Well, management is pretty good at working with you. Their patience is not infinite. And I would rather get out of this ditch as soon as possible. So, like I said, PayPal's the best. Super chats are fine. They go towards the YouTube paycheck, but to check on the things to do, I have doubts it's going to be paid out this month anyway. So, but anyway, more the merrier, So. But hold this thing, buy me a coffee, I'll look at all these stuff here. Subscribe star is like that close to paying out. Yeah. Apparently jumped on back in a bit of a big growing spurt there, and I got some sign up, but they didn't finish it up, and I'm like 25 cents away from being able to pay out. And all that's considered, probably get the thing paid out and then call it quits on that thing. It's just done nothing for me. Patreon, what the hell? Think I'm weird. Well, like Patreon, I think I'm starting to work up some more exclusive stuff like that. My re-edits of The Cage. I figured like my experience in trying to rework that thing into a. Okay, I gotta wait till it fully read this up before I do anything. But in trying to cobble that thing into a arable episode without gutting it really makes me feel for the editors back in the day. Like not only, that's why they didn't do anything with that thing for a while, because we can't. It doesn't fit with anything, and the story doesn't fit with the rest of the thing. There's only one constant character, and he's totally different from the way we decide to write him, so we can't really do anything with it. I mean, it's also, what I've always said, so, Roddenberry's real genius was as a producer. He'd solve, solving these little issues of how to make something out of nothing is not a small thing. Because he was able to, the kind of, thinking outside the box type of thing. The story had an issue with the greenhouse. They wanted some alien-looking plants, and they couldn't come up with anything that looked alien enough. Finally, just grabbed one of the plants, ripped it out of the pot, stuck it upside down, roots sticking out. There's an alien plant. Next problem. Like when he was a producer on when he was running the lieutenant, running that one, had to deal with the issue of when he insisted on going through the episode to set it right, which pissed off the Pentagon, and they withdrew support. It was like for the last bit of thing. Okay, you cannot use Camp Pendleton anymore. So he had to get out there and start training extras in how to drill. It's one of the things that where it comes in handy to actually have some military experience. Oh, jeez. Where is the logo? And why do I have my contrail running? I think maybe it does it. All right. Still not a B yet. Bitch! Okay, let's see if we got anywhere. I don't think I did. No, like when they're working on By Any Other Name, Dorothy Fontana and Gene Coon both kind of run up. What do we do with the crew? We got like a handful, 7 of these alien guys taking over the thing. How are they going to take care of the entire crew? And while they're talking, and Gene are kind of playing around with this little dodecahedron paperweight that Dorothy had bought him while she was on vacation in Mexico. And he's kind of tossing around. Like, how about if they reduce the crew to a little shape like this? And that's how you got rid of all the extras and just the main crew. And kind of the ultimate challenge though was like Desilu was kind of getting on his case. So it's like, can you do something with this very expensive pilot you made us shoot? Because the second one, despite the differences, they were able to use it as an episode. But the first one, I think it was not workable. I think because nothing was was the same except for the ship and Spock, and even Spock wasn't the same. But it was a combination of various factors. One, they Desilu wanted to do something with this thing, either shoot some extra stuff, sell it as a movie overseas or whatever. And this time in the schedule was getting on. They were falling further and further behind. And it's like, well, okay, the usual tactic when you're falling behind schedule is you run a clip show. Because then able to shoot just some connecting footage in a couple of days. You're using pre-existing footage and then splicing out, stretching things out. And that's why they do those things, because it's like, you know, they're really far behind. Like, you know, and there's stuff they shot in a couple of days, and then, you know, it buys them about a week or so. And when they figured, okay, and he had, I think, written up, and they called it the envelope. It was in his safe in his office, and it said he had this thing written up. There's a whole story about going through how many different contributed to it, John D. Black kind of thing, but nothing was used to it. They did, yeah. And it was kind of like, do not break, except an emergency. And it was kind of, that emergency came when it's like, Bob Justman was that close to sending out a letter to the network saying, we can't meet the air date. And then, you send that letter, we're dead. We get canceled. No, do not send that letter. And it's like, that's when, the envelope. And that's where it's like, you figured out, okay, we take this thing, it can't be cut down any really, because it's just slightly over an hour. They'd have to lose about 10 minutes. And there's no 10 minutes in there to lose. Okay, I tried. So work out some kind of story where it's like, okay, it looks enough different. It looks like the old thing. Nimoy looks a lot younger with that haircut. So just, okay, it took 13 years ago. There's no way we're getting Jeff Hunter back, but there's this one guy, Sean Kenny, he's been an extra couple times. He looks kind of like Jeff Hunter. Slap him, some scar makeup on him, he'll look the same. Didn't have to say anything. There's some accident. He was, injured in an accident. He's in a wheelchair, can't talk. There you go. Problem solved there. And come up with a story of, well, this is, they always wanted the Enterprise to be a ship with some history to it. You wanted it to have something, well, this, here, something that happened in the Enterprise past comes back to haunt the type of thing. And it all worked out pretty well because of all the changes in the uniform and the change of the ship model, kind of, when you work it on there, it implies there has been some passage of time here. And so we can, use our little, first pilot story, call it, something that happened a while back to Spock. Shoot a little something surrounding it. And we'll buy ourselves a couple of weeks. And they shot the surrounding footage, just like on the ship sets and the other sets they could throw together. In about 4 days. Now, a typical Star Trek episode, if you're lucky, 6 days. Sometimes 7, and sometimes you had to do pickup shots throughout the week while you're shooting at something else. So the fact they were able to stretch this out into a 2-part episode, that bought them all kinds of time. In fact, they never fell behind schedule again. The game time to finally figure out they got the studio out the back because they found a decent use for the pilot. The network never had to learn just how close they were to blowing it, the whole thing, because Jessman never had to send that letter. And it really kind of established the concept of canon in the sense that there is a backstory, and it really built up the lore of what the Enterprise went through. You learned about there was another captain. Spock's been around that ship for a very long time. Okay, what do we got here? And Jeffrey Hunter got a check out of it. It is too bad that he, died before the whole thing really got kicking off, because he basically, it was a closed head injury, rehearsing a stunt that went bad. And his career was really kind of not taken off the way he thought it was going to. He in some major movies. There's no small thing to be, John Wayne movie, The Searchers, had a pretty decent, granted a small part, but it was not a small. It was a significant thing in The Longest Day, a nice heroic death type thing. He's one of those actors that they really try and build something up around it, because really handsome looking guy. Decent actor, because you can tell watching Pike, he could do his stuff, and he got some decent parts there, but it just nothing really took off for him. And he had done series work with Temple Houston. What exactly kind of a thing? So he wasn't exactly totally adverse to doing series TV, but it was also still back in the day when if you're in movies, you don't do TV. You're a movie star. Oh goodness! One of the parts he's tried out for before he died was the part of Mike Brady, the Brady Bunch. Kind of funny, if he had gotten that role, he wouldn't have been going for that movie in Spain and gotten the injury that killed him. Yeah, it's like the two people who really kind of missed out on Star Trek is Gene Coon and Jeffrey Hunter, because Coon died, Gene Coon, just before the syndication thing kicked off, and Jeffrey Hunter died, I think, 69. The show was still on the air. So imagine the anecdotes he could have told, if he'd been around long enough to be in the early conventions. Or Gene Coon, for that matter, too. That would be fun. Whoa, shit. All right, asshole. Dickhead. All right. So it'll be not but an egg, darn it. All right. So we swap that out now. Wish you could do more now. Oh, that's real cute. All right. And before we head on, there's still that one chest that nobody ever gets. Ooh, are they afraid they're going to get swept away or something? Or what? Okay, let's get a little less out in the open here. We plot our next move. All right. Hmm. Well, best thing I think is probably to get mobile. Damn it! Give me two. Bitch. Okay, let's get back here. Okay. Still not. Still not to get this guy Gardner wannabe out of the way. Yeah, I want to get that out of the way first before I call it quits. What do we have out here? Okay. 5 eliminations, that'll do that. All right. Okay. Ah. course, there's somebody gonna be showing up. Your damn gun. What the hell? Quit leaning too much. Okay, what did this mean? No. little bit of an irony. I just took out a Henry Cavill fridge. Okay, well, this takes care of. Don't worry about hitting those barrels. So let's just get over the top and see what the rest of them. Oh, now we get A. Yeah, they got the safe. All right. Yeah, there was a clue over here. Just one. All right. So this is just here as a model. So. Okay, let's get over here a little bit. Definitely not doing the launch tube. That would put it right in the storm. Okay. Can't be here. Upstairs. There you are. Just use the stairs. Come on, over you. All right, almost. Let's see, is the gym within the circle? Barely, I think. I should get extra points for this. Hmm. I think I'm better off going back out that way. 1v1. Okay. No, the motherfucker. Damn it. Oh, shut up, you. Okay, we got 2 hours in, so this will be it early. Okay, all right. We got him out of the way. So now I'm going to level up 2 more times to get the last one. I'll also deal with the Superman stuff, so we're just going to call it there. 2 hours is enough, watching me do this by myself, so. What was that? It's bugging me again. All right. There we go. Okay. Let's go and start closing a few things here. All right. Things are running kind of slow tonight. Almost there. There we go. Okay. And as usual, the links down below in the description. Like, share, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Please help me pay my rent this month. Okay, we're a little late as it is. It is my birthday on Saturday, so consider a birthday present and throw some money at us. And we will talk to you later.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, the plan is ignored. Action is reward to him. Life is a great big bang up. Whenever there's a hang up, you'll find